Welcome to the Deep Dive, your weekly shortcut to the 5 biggest stories shaking up DeFi, entertainment, and sports. We're brought to you by Defiant, the on-chain lifestyle sports brand. Ready to jump in?
Absolutely. Let's start with crypto. There's some interesting movement around the mantra token, ONALR.
Interesting is one word for it. We saw, $227 million worth move to exchanges?
Exactly. Right before the price just cratered, like 90%.
Ouch.
Yeah. And while some of the investors involved are saying, no, we didn't dump the on-chain data, well, it tells a bit of a different story, doesn't it?
It usually does. Cointelegraph dug into it too, right? Suggesting maybe some early backers cashed out while, public hype was still pretty strong.
That seems to be the suggestion. And why this matters is pretty clear, I think. If big early players can just pull the rug like that.
It damages trust.
Totally. It makes it harder for mainstream folks to get comfortable, Yeah. Plus, it really highlights that gap between what insiders might know and what the average person sees.
So the implication for listeners, maybe we'll see more demand for, on-chain detective work, community audits.
Could be. Tools to spot these big moves before they happen might become, essential due diligence.
Okay, sticking with crypto, but shifting gears. Taxes. Someone's in hot water over CryptoPunks.
A trader is potentially facing jail time. Allegedly hid about $13 million in profits from selling CryptoPunks. Didn't tell the IRS.
$13 million. That's not pocket change. It feels like a statement from the regulators.
Definitely. It's part of a pattern we're seeing. Regulators globally are clamping down on crypto tax evasion. The whole idea that Web3 is some kind of, tax-free zone, that's clearly not the case.
Right. So for anyone listening, the takeaway is pretty stark. If you're making money in crypto, you need a solid tax plan. You can't just hope nobody notices.
No. It's maturing, really. The space is getting integrated into the regular financial world, rules and all.
Makes sense. Now, amidst all the, let's say, excitement over meme coins recently, Binance founder CZ had something to say, didn't he? Kind of a callback to basics.
Yeah, he basically urged everyone to, focus on the fundamentals again. Look for projects that actually have users, projects making real revenue with a long-term plan, not just hype.
It's kind of a counter-narrative to the frenzy, isn't it?
It is, because while meme coins get the clicks, sustainable growth, it comes from projects building something real, something with utility.
So for people evaluating projects, CZ's advice is basically, look under the hood. Does it actually do anything useful? Is there a business model here beyond just, going viral?
Exactly. It's about fostering a more, let's say, rational approach to investing in the space, which long-term is probably healthier for everyone.
Okay, one more on the crypto NFT side. Ronin Network, popular with the Axie Infinity crowd.
Right.
They got a new wallet feature, batch NFT transfers.
Yeah, it's actually pretty neat. If you have multiple NFTs from the same collection in your Ronin web wallet, you can now send them all in, like one dough, one single transaction.
Okay, so that saves time. And gas fees, presumably.
Big time. Especially if you're active in games or collecting lots of digital items, clicking send once instead of, 10 times, it's just a much smoother user experience.
That feels important for adoption, right? Making this stuff less clunky.
Definitely. Little improvements like this, they lower the barrier to entry and make managing digital assets less of a chore. It's a good step for making Web3 more user-friendly.
Got it. Okay, let's pivot to the sports world for our last story. Big news from Augusta.
Huge news. Rory McIlroy finally did it, won the Masters.
Completing the career Grand Slam.
Yeah.
And he had to win it in the playoff against Justin Rose, too.
Incredible pressure. And he joined some seriously elite company, Tiger Woods, Jack Nicklaus, Gary Player. That's the list. It really cements his legacy.
Absolutely. And beyond just golf, what does this kind of win signify for sports?
Well, it's a massive testament to persistence, isn't it? Rory's been chasing this one for years, had some near misses. It's a reminder that reaching those really huge long-term goals takes incredible dedication, even when you're already at the top of your game.
Yeah, that's a great point. It's not just about talent, but that relentless drive.
And I think there's a broader message there. It doesn't matter if it's sports, crypto, building a business, that consistency, that commitment over the long haul, that's often what leads to the biggest breakthroughs.
Well said. Okay, that wraps up our deep dive for this week, brought to you by Defiant. Hopefully that gives you some valuable context beyond the headlines.
Yeah, lots to think about.
Definitely. So here's a thought to leave you with. As things like on-chain data become easier for everyone to access, how might that change the game for trust and accountability, not just in crypto, but maybe everywhere? Something to mull over. Until next time, stay informed, stay engaged, and stay defiant.